Hello, this is Alex Reynolds with the Brand Leader, and today I'll be showing you how to edit the Exofin Fusion back end of the site. We're going to go over a few different elements today. We're going to talk first about how to add pages, to the navigation, and how to upload different media. So we're here at the home page. If you need some introduction to how to log into the site, you can find that on the first video about editing the home page. But I'll assume that you already know how to log into the site for the purposes of this video. So we're going to start here with the dashboard. So if you're going to be working on a new page, I would suggest you probably would want to duplicate an existing page, and as you can see, as it turns out, there's a lovely duplicate button. So if you were to ever want to duplicate a page, you can kind of go find a page that looks like the page that you want to make. So in our case, let's say I wanted to make a page that had some different types of documentation on it. So what I can very easily do is just come in here and I can say product documentation. I can say duplicate this. It's a lovely plugin that we've added there, and as you see, it creates a different page that has all the information in it. So you can kind of see this is not a published page. I know that because it's a status draft here. And then what I could do is I could come in and edit any of this information that I want to. So let's say I wanted to call this product documentation, other documentation. Let's say I wanted to create a page called other documentation, and then I can come in and I could edit this title here, this text box settings, and I can say other documentation. So you can see when I'm typing that in, that's keeping the styling the same as long as I select and type over, which is what you want to do. There's going to be some things in here. This particular design element is probably there for different sizes of desktop. So as you see, this is visible on netbooks. So just like on the home page, there's some multiple titles going on. The reason there's multiple things going on is because different size of desktops need different sizes of text. So one of the easiest ways that we can say this, so if I want to look at my other documentation page, look at that. There's the title. As you see, did you see that jump right there? So what we're doing at that point is we're going from one scale to the other. So this is what's called responsive web design. So that way the page is changing based on the resolution. That's a nice feature that we have that we can offer you. So what that's going to allow your site to do is be able to work on multiple platforms. So you could come through and you can change this documents and downloads. So you could see you could add whatever images. So let's say you wanted to add an image. Let's say that you wanted people, this is to be able to download a product brochure. You'll have to excuse me, I'm getting over a little bit of a cold here today. So this is linking to a PDF. So let's say that instead of linking to a PDF, we wanted to be able to change out this image and then also link it to a different type of document. So let's talk about media for a second. So you can manage media in the site with the media library function here, which I'm just going to open in a new tab. So this media library can host a lot of different things here. As you can see, this is where some PDF documents are. So this is your product brochure here, as well as all the different images. Adding media to a WordPress site is very easy. You can simply click add new. You can see I can drop files anywhere. Let's just see if I want to do, I don't know, let's find a lovely image here. So, here is a Starbucks receipt that I just happen to have handy, so I can add that there. or excuse me, methodical coffee receipt here. So what I can do is I can then, if I want to, I've added that to the back end of the site. I can come in here, and instead of linking to that, what I can do is I can click that link, and you see that. I can click my little gears here. One of the easiest ways to do this is then come and click that, and you can see the URL for this document is right here. So all I need to do is copy and come back over here. Now here's a good thing to point out. You see how this just starts with the /WP content. You don't actually need to include the whole URL. You can include everything after the .com, and I can just copy and I can paste that in and update and save changes and update. And la-ti-da, if I come and refresh my fake other documentation page here, you might have noticed that the site title was still called in the top of it product documentation. That's edited down here a little bit. So if I wanted to come down, it's in the SEO settings down here. Let me see here, edit the snippet. So I can go other documentation there. I'm going to make sure we're keeping up our page. So if I refresh that now, as you see, it's going to be called that. And I click that, ta-da, there's my methodical coffee receipt. So right there is how you can add a new document if you wanted to change that particular image out. That's easy to do as well. Let's say I wanted to just click this edit button, and you can see there's this lovely replace button. Now one thing I do want to try to keep note of is keep the size in mind, because it's going to be much easier to replace. So let's say for our purposes here, I wanted to trade it out for that image, but look how small that image is. So that's probably not the best image. Let's see how that image does. So let's just say we want to replace it with that image and click Save Changes and Update. And ta-da, there's the product brochure. When I replaced the image, of course, it broke the link, but that's really easy to fix. All I would have to do is come click the image, click the link button. And when I click that link button, there you go. Link to custom URL. And again, this is where you can come back to the media library and do that. This is of course, you can always edit that right here in the image properties and click update, save. Always make sure you click all the save buttons and then update. Now sometimes in the course of these training videos, different documents, different pages behave better than others, so you'll have to forgive me. Sometimes all you can really do is refresh the page. Yeah, this thing is being a little ornery with me at the moment, but again, this would be another great example. To change the link on that download button, I can just simply do that. I do not know why this particular image does not want to be linked, but it's really pretty easy to create a link that's ahref is equal to, and then a /a. So that is how you create code to make a link. And when I hit refresh here, that's going to be linked, as you can see from there, and that's linked as well. So that is how you can create a new page. Now let's say we wanted to put this new page with our different documents on the menu. If you go to appearance menus here, you're going to be able to see there's the site menu structure. And if I wanted to put our lovely other documentation link there, I can just click add to menu. I can drag that and place that wherever I wanted to on the site menu. I could put it after documentation. If I wanted it to read as something else, I could just change it to read to other things. Again, these are just scenarios. You would probably never actually do these particular things in a live site environment, but since we're working on the test site, if I hit refresh, then you're going to see my other things page pop up, and there it is, and there's the buttons linked to my receipt. So that is how you can create a new page, add it to the menu, and upload media to the site using the media tab. Thank you very much for joining me for this video.